No door for Harry. Prince Edward inherits Queen's patronages kicked Sussex out of royal forever. Sophie, Countess of Wessex, and Prince Edward have been tipped to take on more patronages following the death of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams suggested the couple could be passed on some of the organisations that used to be championed by the Earl of Wessex's beloved parents. He told Express.co.uk, "The Earl and Countess of Wessex have a highly significant role in the royal family. It is now reduced in numbers and their input is enormously valuable." Sophie was close to the Queen. Both she and her husband Edward are attached to some 70 patronages and she undertakes some 200 engagements a year. She especially supports charities which help those with learning disabilities and the visually impaired as well as agricultural charities. Their charitable trust helps children and the young. She has become increasingly high-profile and is also often in the news for her fashion choices. It is likely that she and Edward will be carrying out more engagements in future and may take on more patronages, as the Queen and Prince Philip were attached to so many institutions. Mr. Fitzwilliams warned that the large number of patronages held by both the late Queen and Prince Philip that have yet to be distributed and the restricted pool of senior royals that can take them on exposes many organisations to the risk of losing their links to royalty. He said, "The fact that the royal family is already slimmed down mean that many much prized links with royalty, unless renewed, may well disappear." Queen Elizabeth II, who died on September 8, became the patron of more than 500 organisations during her life. These included well-known associations such as Cancer Research UK and the British Red Cross Society, as well as smaller charities such as Norwood, a Jewish organisation supporting vulnerable children and their families, children with special educational needs and people with learning disabilities and autism. Her late Majesty, who was also the patron of military organisations, continued to fully support and champion her patronages well into her late years. Recently, HRH Prince Edward, the Earl of Wessex, has been announced as the royal patron for the Professional Theatre Reading Rep. The Earl of Wessex joins the theatre as it celebrates its 10th anniversary and 1 year since the opening of its new 163-seat theatre and cultural hub, which was built and opened during the pandemic. The Earl of Wessex takes a keen interest in the arts and is patron of a range of organisations that aim to widen opportunities within the sector, particularly for young people. His Royal Highness formerly worked in theatre and television production, before becoming a full-time working member of the royal family in 2002. Reading Rep is rapidly becoming an essential part of the arts scene in Reading for 3 really good reasons. It is creating pathways to the performing arts for young people, regardless of background. It is introducing new audiences to the performing arts through its outreach and access activities, and it is a space providing an alternative venue for creative and production talents to hone their skills. I look forward to helping with reinforcing this theatre's inspiring work in the local community and to supporting its future endeavours. It is a huge privilege to welcome HRH the Earl of Wessex as Reading Rep Theatre's royal patron. His Royal Highness has shown incredible support for arts and culture, and his recognition and support of Reading Rep and the work we do both on stage and in the community, is humbling. We are excited to work with HRH in forwarding our shared goals and aspirations for art and culture in Reading. Reading Rep recently opened their 10th anniversary season with the world premiere of Gary McNair's adaptation of the classic Robert Louis Stevenson tale, Jekyll and Hyde, starring Olivier and Grammy Award-nominated performer Audrey Brisson, Amelie, Into the Woods, and directed by Michael Fentiman, Amelie, the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, Amelie, the Lion.